Just grab them in the brisket.
My 23andMe came back today. You know what it said?
What?
It ain't came back yet, so I don't know.
You sent one off?
Yeah.
Really? How long ago?
That Sunday we went to Alex's house. On the way back, I dropped it off in the mailbox.
Good for you, man.
So,
Are you at all worried about maybe one of your family members being a serial killer and then you might be the missing link to track them down?
I would hope not, but hey, if it brings somebody to justice and it gives closure to another family, then it is what it is.
Right, they're using that now, though. That's like how they're finding people.
Exactly, yeah.
That's super awesome, I think.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Make everybody take a DNA test.
Oh, now you're getting some like deep government shit right
Yeah,
there.
I don't think everybody would be on board with that. I'm not totally opposed to, like, I would give mine, but yeah, not everybody probably wants to do
Like
that.
you're living probably in a fantasy world
Hey.
if you think that the government doesn't already have your DNA.
Oh, for sure.
Over my dead body.
And if you think like
That could be
for
arranged.
any point, if you think if I give it, they might find it, then you're already a sketchy person. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I'm not.
like,
yeah.
I don't
It's
mind.
mine.
Hey, let me rephrase
What
that.
they can find from me?
You're living in a fantasy world if you don't think China doesn't have your DNA or your personal information. Like all they have to do is like either China or Russia, all they have to do is create an app that says, what is your blah, 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 blah. You need to sign into your TikTok or you need to sign in. You know that Apple or that facial recognition, not facial recognition.
Yes. Yeah.
That app that made you look old or young or whatever. Dude, all that stuff was just developed for people to steal your information. Like they have your information stored on some crazy server in Russia or China or whatever. I know for sure TikTok is probably owned by China. And you know, kids, man, they don't give a
Sure.
shit. They're like,
You know,
hey, Dad, what's your social security number?
Right, and I think the funniest thing to that was, people talking about that facial recognition stuff was like, man, you don't want your picture out there, like, and somebody was like, kind of like the rebuttal, I guess you could say, was like, well, imagine what happens when they realize you have a driver's license because they've had your picture for years,
It's true. Did you see the dude in San Diego that got caught stealing like $70,000 worth of gold from the jewelry store?
No, did not.
Like, it was one of those stores you had to get buzzed in, but he snuck in with somebody else as they were opening. I don't know if he had a smash and grab or had a gun and took whatever, but as he's running away, he drops his fanny pack. He gets away, but his fanny pack,
Definitely a white guy.
emphasis fanny pack,
This is great.
has
This is
his
so
ID
great.
in it. So they like instantly find him, track him down, and arrest him. But what kind of thief is running around with a fanny pack? That's what my whole
People don't think
thing was.
anymore.
Yeah. That's got to be thieving 101. Like, as soon as you roll into class and you sit down and you got your, like, course curriculum or whatever, and the professor just, like, says, hey, first lesson of the plan is don't bring your ID or anything that connect you to this robbery. Don't bring it with you.
Yeah. If you're thinking about committing a robbery, wear gloves.
Yeah, also, don't bring a fanny pack.
Yeah.
Don't take selfies.
I mean, you can fit a lot of stuff in a fanny pack.
Don't do a Facebook Live about to rob this store and then upload it and then go in and rob the store.
Except for your dignity.
Exactly.
Does not fit in there. I do have a funny story about leaving identification places you didn't think you were going to leave it. So when I was in high school, we went and played senior leagues baseball, and we were playing in New Mexico at this time, and we'd been undefeated up until this point, and we lost our first game or whatever. And so we go to eat Taco Bell, and it was myself, Ross, which I've talked about on this podcast. You guys met him, and another buddy of mine named Bryce. And so we decided to go and bash mailboxes, which seemed like a lot of fun, right? I don't know. You guys
Sounds
ever
like the right thing to do.
you guys ever bash mailboxes?
No, I always grew up in places where the mailboxes were like the big, like 40 mailboxes in one. I'm pretty sure I'd have broken
Okay,
arm.
yeah. Well, from where I grew up at, and to get into Mexico at that point, it was all country roads. So there's just house here, house there, mailbox here, mailbox there, whatever. So we went, smashing mailboxes or whatever, and the nights over, or whatever. Boom, we had fun. We had fun. We had a couple of solid mailboxes that'll ring your hands, I guess you could say. But so it wasn't until a couple days afterwards, my buddy's dad, Bryce, his dad, I was working at Ace Hardware at the time, and he walked in the store and was looking at him like, "Hey, how can I help you? You know, whatever." And he's
We're
like,
having a sale on mailboxes.
exactly. You're right.
Come this way.
Yeah, and so like straight up, he's like, "Hey, can I talk to you for a second?" You know, and like, sure. I mean, I had totally forgot about that incident because I thought we were in the clear. We didn't get caught that night. I thought we were good. Well, apparently Bryce had dropped his wallet at one of these places that we had smashed, and they had recognized my truck at the time, and so I was linked to that as well. And so trying to explain to him, like, well, his wallet was there, and so I'm trying to lie immediately, like, no, that wasn't us.
I don't remember
know
that.
What's going on?
I was so drunk that night, I don't remember anything.
No, and I didn't even drink in high school. So, but that was like basically the first question, like, were you smashing mailbox? I don't remember what his first question was, but it was something, you know, to that extent, like,
Did you hit some mailboxes,
what were
Aldan?
you doing? Basically, what were y'all doing? I was like, nothing. I don't know. And then he told me, you know, that Bryce's wallet had been found there, and ID, and the people had obviously saw my truck, and so
That
I'm
night.
stuck.
Oh, yeah, that night we did.
So, you mean like to hit the mailbox?
Yeah, so
yeah.
So we were
Bryce
stuck.
did.
Yeah, we were stuck at that point.
I
told him
loaded
not
in my
to do
car.
it. I told it. Yeah, Bryce asked me if he can borrow his car because he had to go run an errand, and that's it. That's the story.
I was at home. Fuck Bryce.
We were across state line at that point. Yeah, and, Bryce, I don't know why he went over there. He took my truck and everything. Yeah,
Right.
But yeah, so we had to go to court and everything. And at that point in my life in high school, I bleached my hair and everything. And
Oh God, you look special.
right, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So we had to go in front of the little judge there in New Mexico and stuff like that. I mean, I say we got off. We didn't get off. I mean, we had to pay restitution. We had to go up there, and the mailbox where his wallet was found at, we had to actually go over there and reinstall it. I had to go buy it from the place I was working at and go back and install it. But it's just crazy how people get tied to stuff that you don't think about. If you drop something that identifies you there and you don't even think about it, you know.
Yeah. That's
But
why
a
you
wallet, you know you're missing that immediately.
That's why you don't bring your freaking wallet to commit a crime.
Or a fanny pack.
Exactly.
Fanny pack.
Yeah.
That's great.
To piggyback off that story, I saw another video that was floating around on Twitter. These robbers, they go in and it's a smash and grab. They go into this jewelry store and it's like boom, boom. And it's one of those things where they get the clerk, they put her in the back room. Actually, no, the clerk was smart. They basically kind of stuck them up type deal. And they sat her in the corner, like, you stay there. And they start smashing shit. Well, the clerk was like, boom, I saw my opportunity to bolt. And so she bolts to the back room. Well, when she gets to the back room, she's like, click, click, clock, you're locked in. And so now they're like locked in this little jewelry front area. And they get what they came to get. So now they're trying to get out. They're like, okay, so they go to the door and like, boom, 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 it's locked.
Magnet's locked.
Magnet's locked.
Or was it a push door?
No.
You're trying to pull it.
They realize that they have to hit the buzzer to open the door. So one of the guys or two of the guys run back to where the buzzer is. They hit the button. One guy bolts for the door. He gets to the door, opens it up. The other guy's trailing behind him, but he's like maybe just a second behind him. Well, the other guy didn't stay to hold the door open. He leaves. And so the door shuts. Magnet engages again.
Oh God.
So there's two more perps still sitting in the thing. So like, okay. Actually, no, it's just one left. So now he's screwed. He's like, okay. So he hits the button to unlock it, runs to the front to see if he can get it to open it up before it engages again. Can't. Next thing you know, he starts banging, bang, boom, 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 boom. Finally, a person from the outside opens the door for him. I guess it's one of those deals where you can open it from outside, but you can't. Whatever it was. So he ends up escaping. But the whole video, and I think they got caught later, but the whole video of these perps just sitting there trying to, they're just
Figure it
morons.
out.
They're-
Yeah.
How mad are you at your friend?
For leaving me? Not open the door?
Right, he's gone.
He's toast.
I'm totally ratting you out.
Yeah.
If I get caught, you're going down too.
That's so wrong.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to the Grab 'em in the Brisket podcast. I'm surrounded by John, Aldan, Jan. Myself is James.
Boom.
Yeah, this is the Grab 'em Brisket crew, and we do thank the people, the followers, the listeners that are joining along with us, and we do appreciate all the interaction and all that stuff that we get from you guys,
The people.
the people.
The people.
Do we want to just go ahead and just clear out a little business in the front portion of this? And
Yeah, let's get it over with.
Alden, let's give them the business.
I'll give them a little bit of business if that's what you want here. My dudes out there. We appreciate every single one of you guys listening, following, interacting with us. You know, we get them, we look at them, we talk about it, stuff like that. We love it. And, you know, there's multiple ways to get a hold of us. Twitter is at Grab the Brisket. Facebook and Instagram are both one and the same. It is at Grab 'em in the Brisket. And email, you know, we read them, like I say, so do that. It's grabemthebrisket@gmail.com, and we look forward to hearing from you guys.
Dude, that's solid. Love that. Let's get into a little, as we do all the time, little non-barbecue related, little off-topic type stories or whatever. John had mentioned earlier and sent us a link of a story that he had found about a Florida boy.
Yes.
Am I correct? Florida boy. That
Yes. I
had,
came across this on the Twitter.
on the Twitters.
On the Twitter.
Yeah,
Yes.
The Twitter spheres.
Yeah, and I think it was based out of Florida, and this kid is probably not the brightest in the bunch. If there was a bunch of them, he would not be the brightest of that bunch.
How bright is this bunch to begin with?
Yeah. So I didn't read the whole story. I basically caught the highlight. Basically, this Florida teen got stung by, I'm guessing, bees over 600 times. You want to know why? He stuck his pee-pee,
Jim tell you.
His wang?
his schlong, into a beehive.
Ooh.
How old is this kid?
It just says teen is what I got. But it says Florida, so that kind of explains it. So
Those kind of explain a lot right there.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what he's trying to accomplish there.
Trying to get that honey.
right? Right? Yeah. Most of these crazy stories start with Florida man does whatever. So this
Florida
is,
man trying to get that honey.
This is future Florida man
Yeah.
with what?
That's
Maybe he
600
lost-
times.
yeah.
Is he dead?
No, he's
maybe,
alive.
maybe he lost, like, at some point, like, you know, I don't know who his
Feeling in his
family
pants?
is. No, but no, I'm saying just like to kind of, I guess, to preface that whole story. But like, he heard his dad calling his mom, "Hey, honey, how you doing?" So he's seen a beehive, like,
Hey, give me some of that honey.
Hey, honey, how you
Yeah,
doing?
I don't
See,
think that's the case.
No.
No.
Maybe
No.
I don't know.
He's a teen. He stuck his penis into a freaking beehive. He deserves to get bit 600 times.
Right, yeah.
It's called natural selection.
This
right?
story started with "I double dare you."
Yeah. Yeah. Lick it. Now put your penis in it. It's just weird. Okay. I don't know. So God, I hope he's okay. Like, hopefully he learned a lesson or something, but not dead.
He learned
But
something.
to be honest with you,
Hopefully he's not like
bee
Thomas
bites,
J.
chances are you are in the hospital. Chances are your body's having like an adverse reaction to it.
Yeah, anaphylactic.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's in the hospital for
Oh,
sure.
dude.
Yeah, he's not looking so hot.
Dude, he might be brain dead after this. Brain problem.
I think he was brain dead before.
probably.
That's a pretty cheap
Probably
way
was
to
his
get
first time to
a
do
penile enlargement, though. I'm sure.
Hey, there it is.
Ooh.
Bazinga.
Ron Jeremy? Whoa. Got to know this.
Trick of the size of that thing.
My guess is a kid probably saw it somewhere online, YouTube.
Right,
Eat a
yeah.
Tide Pod.
TikTok.
Stick your penis in a freaking beehive.
It'll grow to be 6 feet long.
But
Have you
Pinocchio.
done the beehive challenge yet?
Oh, jeez. Hey.
Hey, make that a thing, kids. Hey, make that a thing.
Not my kid.
Beehive challenge.
No.
Do it.
Did it say what kind of bees it was? I mean, it was wasps, bees.
Bees. The beehive.
It says beehive, so
It's got to be like a bee.
honeybee.
Honeybee making, well, obviously producing honey. Yeah.
Wasp would be worse.
Yeah, because they can just keep stinging.
Bro, I got hit.
And that thing will fall off.
I got hit 13 times in the face by yellow jackets, and all I did was tear a little leaf off a bush. So think about that for a second. That guy, that kid, 600 times. Pee-pee.
Yeah, his wang is not looking like a wang right
Hey,
now.
let's maybe think of it from a different perspective. Maybe he was just going to pee, and he tripped and fell into a beehive.
So what? So
That's
mom,
how Mandy got pregnant.
So mom,
guys.
what
I'm
happened
telling
was, so I was walking, and I had my
fell down.
my shoelaces were untied, and I tripped, and then my penis went into a beehive. Sorry, what'd you say?
That might be the worst part.
What did you
having
say?
to explain this when you woke up in the hospital.
Mom, I said my penis went into a beehive.
You're immediately just crying uncontrollably.
You probably can't say that word.
You can't understand any words.
Yeah, well, for a parent, you're so like, oh my god, I'm gonna lose my kid. Like I found my kid viciously attacked by bees, right? And you're like, you find out your kid's some pervert, right? You're like, shit. Never mind.
I'm picturing this kid running around pants down with a beehive stuck to his front side.
Right. Yeah. It's like the dad at work. Oh, little Timmy was viciously attacked yesterday by some bees. He's in the hospital. I don't know if he's going to make it. And then next day he's got to come to work and go,
What happened to your kid, Jim?
How's he doing?
I don't want to talk about it no more.
fuck you, John.
Stuck his pecker in it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, hey, I don't know, man. I got, like I said, 13 times. My face swelled up. Ironically, they put snuff, like chewing tobacco, on my face. Let the swelling go down. It actually helps. So, yeah.
Hey,
maybe.
you know what else helps is meat tenderizer.
Me too, right? It does.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, not sticking your penis into beehives will help.
Well, yeah.
I was going to say, before you put it in, you tenderize it with the meat tenderizer?
Correct.
That's right.
Okay.
Vinegar works as well too.
Yeah.
So I was reading this whole list of like sting bikes or whatever. It was like to meat tenderizer, vinegar. There's some other stuff. I'm like, what are we doing? We making an injection? We making a rub? What's going on here?
Hell of a smoke ring.
Yeah, you got honey. You already got the honey.
The honey, we're making the marinade. Shit.
This is great.
Making a great pork butt.
So many ways we go with this story.
Yeah, I'm gonna look this up. I'm gonna maybe I'll send this guy like a card or something or whatever from the Grabbing the Brisket crew. But tell him like, thank you. I appreciate I'm glad you're feeling better. We listened to our episode. What was it gonna be
24.
24? Right. So yeah, I'll say, hey, you're on 24, bro. So
Yeah, check it out.
Send him a bottle of champagne and a
bottle of honey.
bucket of ice,
jar of
and
honey.
go, hey, drink the champagne and use the ice for your marbles.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
So
great.
I was doing 23 and me, right? So he could be 24 and B.
24 and B. That's right.
I like it.
And to continue the Florida theme that we have working a little
God
bit,
bless Florida.
Jeez.
did you guys see Rod Stewart throwing hands over New Year's?
Him and his son.
No, I didn't see that at all.
Him and his son.
What happened?
We're getting busy.
How old is Rod Stewart?
Ooh.
This dude's got to
Had
be
to
like,
really old, like 70 probably.
I mean,
I would
70's not
say,
that
yeah.
old.
Yeah, I didn't mean really old. I just meant like pretty damn old.
Kind of really old.
Yeah.
He's up there in age.
Well, his son was probably like mid 30s, so like 35.
Okay. Yeah.
But the article that I read really didn't go into a whole lot of details because it's still kind of unfolding or whatever. But this happened in, I think, Palm Spring, Florida at a resort called the Breakers.
Nice.
Apparently,
Yeah.
it's like a pretty ritzy resort there.
Yeah.
They do
I've been there a couple times.
Yeah, he's 75 years old.
75.
Good for you, man. Good
And-
for Rod.
I guess this was at his kid's birthday party. I don't know if it's the 35-year-old kid or if there is another. I don't know how many kids Rod Stewart has.
Rod's got a
He's
lot.
having a birthday party at the for his 35-year-old. Yeah,
What
that's
I
fair.
read it like birthday party for kid. And I'm like, and I'm thinking in my mind, I'm like, well, he's a celebrity rock star or whatever. He's probably got like 3-year-olds running around. You know,
Right,
right?
He's got
Yeah,
frozen
yeah.
semen. He's just,
Wife
just
number
tossing that shit
74.
into people, right?
Wife is like
Here's
21.
you get a turkey baster and you get a turkey baster. You all get turkey basters around here. Happy birthday to all of y'all. Y'all are having Rod's babies today.
Rod's
Fantastic.
babies. Welcome, rabies.
Rabies for everyone. Rah. I love it. That's great.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
really
good for
good.
him, man. Throwing bows.
My mother-in-law
So-
may be looking for those vials of rod juice, I guess you could say. So
Well, I don't think.
Really?
First of all,
she loves Rod
that's your
Stewart,
mother-in-law.
Yeah,
She
that's
ain't
probably
looking
not
for
a
the
good
she,
thing.
semen,
might,
bro.
she loves grandkids and grandbabies. She might want another little baby for her own.
Okay.
Oh, I feel like I should cut that out, but I'm not
Yeah,
going
we're
to.
not going to.
So apparently, the security officer, or security guard, got involved with something with the younger son, 35-ish, and the guy pushed the security guard, or actually, the security guard pushed the son, and then of course, Rod had to step in, and it sounds like he maybe like threw a punch or something or whatever. I don't know.
I'm picturing like Mr. Burns from The Simpsons, like punching. Nothing happens.
And like, what's happening here? It's like,
So
yeah,
tired.
thanks. So he got arrested.
Got arrested.
What a pussy.
Yeah.
The security guard's such a big pussy right there. It's a pussy move. I'm sorry, man.
My
Just
guess
punch
that,
him back.
My guess that security guard was just
Knock
like
that dude out.
just straight up majestic, just stoic, just sitting there like, this is Rod Stewart. I can't do
Says,
anything.
and then he goes,
Right.
I'm calling the police.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's so,
So he pled not guilty, Rod Stewart.
I
his
know,
son,
guys. I
so-
shouldn't say that either.
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, again, all this stuff is allegedly and whatever. So I'm reporting what I read and all that stuff like
Sure.
that.
As it unfolds, we'll know more.
Correct. Yeah.
Hey.
And we'll bring it to you.
Rod, we're backing you, bud. We got your back.
Somebody needs it, probably.
Well, he actually says both Sean and Rod were charged with simple battery charges. I don't know what that even means. What's simple battery charges?
It's so much better than getting the complex battery charges. Those will get you.
I guess so. I don't.
Yeah. Is that that's the AA or AAA batteries?
Yeah, those are probably like D.
Single A. That's a single A battery.
Double D. I don't know.
Double schmoll.
All right, you guys want to slide into the I guess the barbecue review that we had for this week?
Let's do that.
Let's do it. All right, so we tried out we had the nice folks from FiveMonkeys send us a case of their sauce so we can try it out.
A vat. It was a vat of sauce.
A big vat.
If you reach out to them, and they do a couple of different ways, but if you ask for the vat, you're going to get the vat.
So
all right.
stupid.
Hey, listen, I'm a huge fan of the FiveMonkeys.
Yeah, we've had it like probably going on a year or so. We've used it competition wise. We've used it backyard wise. I mean, we found it probably maybe a year and a half ago, and we absolutely love the stuff. I mean, the original.
The original. But this one,
They sent us
Yeah, they sent us three different
three
ones.
of them to try out.
that's right. The whiskey was the bourbon.
It
Was
This is Scotch whiskey.
Scotch whiskey.
Scotch whiskey,
The Scotch whiskey, the
orange
orange.
chili.
Yeah.
Yep.
Orange chili.
What's the other one? Was
The
it
original.
I think
Yeah.
the other
Original.
one was the original.
Okay. I'm the Scotch whiskey. Okay, the orange chili. It was good, right?
It was fantastic.
It's good. The Scotch whiskey is on a whole new level.
Yeah, I agree.
I am all about that sauce, man. That stuff is good. Like, and we pulled it, right? So we were cooking. We had plenty of people over. Was it Friday? No. It was last week or sometime.
It was like a Saturday night.
Yeah. We're all over here hanging out, right? I mean, neighbors, everybody come by and just trying it. Hands down, they're like, we like this one, but we love this one. And it was that Scotch whiskey each
right.
time.
We were doing it on, I think it was some sausage, wasn't it?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
sausage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And it was a blind taste test for everybody.
Yeah, nobody knew what it was.
Exactly. Nobody knew which one it was until afterwards. You're like, well, you picked this one. But unanimously, everybody always picked the one. That Scotch whiskey.
Scotch whiskey, yeah.
Holy shit.
Which I will say, maybe that orange chili one would have been, not that it wasn't awesome, because I thought it was great. Would have been better on maybe some chicken.
Yeah, I think so. And I think had we paired it with something different, or had we just given it to somebody and say, hey, what do you think of this sauce? They'd be like, oh, this is great. They would have
Yeah,
loved it.
yeah.
The fact that we were able to compare all three of them side by side, I mean, and give them one type of food,
Yeah.
you could tell the flavor profile just hit with everybody.
Yep. Yeah,
So-
it was phenomenal. Honestly, I love the original too, though.
I do
Like you said,
too.
we've used that in competition and done well. So
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
And they go on to say, like, if you go onto the website, they kind of give you the about history of their sauce making and all that good stuff. And they have a brief kind of synopsis of how they created the sauce. This all came about of them not having barbecue sauce at the store and them not wanting to go drive to the store and buy stuff to buy a sauce. And apparently they've had a bunch of, but they had the stuff at the house to kind of make sauce. I mean, I think everybody kind of has stuff at the house to make sauce. So they're like, hey, they did a couple of Google searches, a couple probably YouTube searches, and they're like, hey, let's go ahead and try to make a sauce. So, and that's exactly what they did. They started a pinch of this, a pinch of this, and this and that, and they started throwing together. And then one of the family members was like, let's go ahead and write all this stuff down. And just to make sure we have all this documented, in case it turns out good, we can reproduce it. And they put it all together in literally one shot. They put this sauce together, and they're like, this is freaking phenomenal.
Yeah, that's getting lucky right there, because it really is good. Like the original, it's got a little sweet, but it's got the heat.
It's got a kick.
Little tang.
Yeah, it's really like a perfect sauce, all around sauce.
So what do you create that sauce for? Though, do you create it for a certain meat, or do you create it for chicken?
He created it.
I'm saying you guys in general. If you were going to do it, if somebody out there's listening and they want to do it, do you just focus on like, well, I want to create a sauce for a steak, or I want to create sauce for a chicken? You know what I mean?
I see what you're saying.
I think you create a sauce just that will
Just
work
sauce
with
in
all
general.
around,
everything.
yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, universal, and then maybe you go from there.
But I mean, like, yeah, but if you're looking like what they were trying to do, or like what I would try to do, I would try to, if I was creating like a sauce based on a food, I would try to think of how I like that food and how I like it paired with and whatever,
right.
and then try to create something around that. They came up with a one-hit wonder. Well, not anymore, right?
Right.
But I mean, they one time developed this
It's
FiveMonkeys
good on
sauce.
everything.
It's just a good barbecue sauce. I mean,
Right.
it's not like what's the craft name brand? What is it called? Bullseye
or whatever.
It's a Bullseye barbecue sauce, right?
Yeah, it's
just
not a sugar laced.
Yeah, it doesn't have fake smoke in it. It doesn't have all of that. This is just a sweet, tangy, spicy barbecue sauce that they put together. Like, truthfully, we talk about this all the time, and we've created our own sauces before in the past, and we've done quite well with them. But this one it's pretty freaking good.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, and so the Five Monkeys is nicknamed after the 5, I guess, family members that created this sauce. So, I mean,
The more you know. I didn't know that.
freaking
So
awesome.
it's truly a family
Deal.
business,
Yeah.
right?
And
Yeah, it's not a big, huge company. And check them out on social media, because he's pretty active. He's a pretty good cook, too. So
Yeah, I think all gluten-free. I think they use all natural ingredients. I mean, everything in there, they go into these small batch barbecue sauce bottles that you get. It's freaking phenomenal.
Yeah, it is.
So speaking of gluten free, like if you were creating one, how much, like, I guess not so much flavor maybe, but would you lose creating the same thing but making it gluten free? If somebody's creating something, how do you make it gluten free but still make it good, but still make it taste the same as what you had before?
yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I do not know any of the science behind that shit.
Yeah, I mean, like, I would think like gluten is like really like kind of like you can have like grains, wheats, all that has gluten in it, right? So I don't know if barbecue sauces really have gluten in it, to be honest with you. Depending on the seasonings they put in or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know enough about it at
clue.
all to answer.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It's actually a good
I don't
question.
know if that. You might be right. Maybe a lot of them are gluten free and they just advertise it, but
Yeah,
I don't know. All I know is that shit tastes good.
I know that's
Yeah.
right.
Really good.
But
If you want to send more for us to
Yes,
try,
right,
please
exactly,
just send
yeah.
like a few more cases. We'll try some more.
The only drawback that I can say, or the only negative that I can say about Five Monkeys barbecue sauce, is that it's not sold here locally where I'm at.
Right? Yeah, you have to order it online.
You have to order online. You have to have it shipped to you. So for the people out there listening, go ahead and check it out. And I'm sure you can go on their website. They have a list of distributors that you can go through that may carry it. I know they don't have anything close to me, so I have to order that stuff online. But
Yeah, a lot of it's in California.
is it?
you can go to your local store and request it.
That is true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So
HEB
That's
will
why we help
probably
him,
pick it
too.
up here.
Right. Hey, Five Monkeys. I'm going to HEB
Yeah.
this weekend, and I'm asking for it.
also want that royalty, son, for
All
Texas.
all they can say is no.
Nah, just
You
kidding.
know?
Right.
So,
But I do like it because it has this. It's sweet barbecue sauce, but it's got the heat.
Yeah.
It has a
that little
pop.
kick at the
A
end.
little bit
is
of
like-
tanginess.
Correct.
It's
Yes.
perfect. Yep.
nice.
Yeah. Order it online. You will not be disappointed.
That's 2 thumbs up for me.
Yeah, I'm giving all my thumbs too.
Yeah, for sure.
And if you want a little special, get that.
I got two as well.
Would you call it the bourbon, the Scotch bourbon?
The Scotch whiskey.
Scotch whiskey.
That
whiskey.
stuff is tops.
It's sweet. It's savory, with a little bit of a kick.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong.
Yeah,
with
that one and the original. I don't know which one's my favorite, but they're both.
Yeah, I don't know. So we down to our
90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90,
90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90 second
beer
it. Oh, that sounded magical.
That's great.
Wow.
That's great, guys.
I
Hey,
got goosebumps. Right
turn your radio up next time for that one.
Yes. Yes.
That's all I'm saying.
there. You throw a beat behind there, and then you have like Lizzo or Drake, just like next thing you know, that's a hit song.
Yes. Can we get into this beer? This is
Let's do
the
it. 90 seconds. That's all we have is 90 seconds to do this review. We're going on the Galveston Island Brewery.
Pit Pat Chocolate Peanut Butter Porter. Stay with us, folks.
Pity Pat, grab him in the back.
Yes. 5.3% alcohol by volume and 33 IBU. Jan, you know what an IBU is?
I actually do. John lured me up earlier. That's the bitterness units. So this has got it's ranked a 33 in the bitterness units category.
Right. Yeah,
Right,
That
so-
refers to its bitterness. Yeah, exactly.
And I'm going to go ahead and say a 33 is a very low bitterness.
I have no idea, honestly. I just know that it means bitterness. I don't know if 33 is high or low, but it wasn't super bitter to me. So
I tried the beer and I didn't think it was bitter.
yeah. So we're gonna go with 33 is not very bitter. Aldan, what did you think of this chocolate peanut butter porter?
Man, I thought it was solid, dude. To be honest with you, and you know, the guys that listen to us all the time, you know, you may not know this, but I'm not a big chocolate guy neither. Just in general, I don't like chocolate cake. I don't like, you know, chocolate candy bars. I mean, I'll eat one every now and again, but this beer was good. You coupled that with a goddamn peanut freaking jelly sandwich. This shit might be good.
Okay.
I like where your head's at.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Peanut butter porter and jelly
Jelly
sandwich.
sandwich.
Let's do that.
All right, so let me give you a little bit something on this can, which I really kind of dig in this. And I said this, you know, on our video blog that we did on this, but this really reminds me of the '80s cartoonish cereal boxes that we ate as kids, and I really feel like this Pit Pat chocolate peanut butter porter. If I was a kid, I'm like, that's cereal.
Yeah,
I
it's
want some cereal.
a very Count Chocula meets Booberry.
Casper
Booberry.
with a little bit of a beer belly meets because you know the Pit Pat goes in a circle right there, right? You see that?
Yeah. This is a very kid-friendly can, which
It
is
is
a little weird,
It
but
is. If this is in my fridge, my kids would be like, "That's mine." I mean, I call the Pit Pat.
Hey,
Oh,
Mom,
so-
yeah, right.
I want some
that
of that
Coca-Cola fridge I
chocolate
have
milk.
over there in my garage. If that's in there,
Yeah,
Madison's, Aviana's running in there, Maddox is going in there, Luke's going in there, just like, oh look, for the kids.
right.
Boom.
It's like that.
So-
It's like
And
that.
now they're drunk.
It's
like
a chocolate soda.
Right. It's like that old commercial. You remember the old commercial? The kids start running from the outside inside. They're playing outside sports, and they run and open up the fridge,
Yes.
and you got the camera inside, and the kids are looking. Hey, we got some of that.
Purple stuff.
We got some of that purple stuff. We got some of this right
Orange
here.
drink.
Got orange drink.
Milk. Oh, Sunny D.
Milk. They got the Sunny D. Hey, I want some of that Pit Pat. I want some of that chocolate.
I'll take that Pit Pat, son. I like the can. I just think it's
Can
really
is
kind
cool.
of gimmicky, and I think that if I was 12, maybe I'm start drinking a little earlier now.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
So I saw a story today. It was kind of, you know, goes hand in hand with this can, which is not saying that millennials made this, obviously, but it's saying what millennials aren't buying anymore that's going away. So cereal was one of those deals.
I saw that too.
Yeah, so my kids, I mean, we have boxes of cereal, but not like I used to eat, or like you used to eat, or like you used to eat. But maybe that's what they're getting to. So now they're getting to.
Yeah, they're saying the
fucking
industry's
beer.
taking a dip because millennials aren't eating that. They're trying to eat healthy. But I'll just say, my kids, they're carrying the damn industry.
Are
Because
they?
Luke, he eats multiple bowls of cereal every single day.
I got 8 boxes of cereal in my cabinet right now. I have not had a bowl of cereal in like 10 years, probably.
Me neither.
I don't eat it very often, but
yeah,
we
yeah.
bought like 6 boxes this weekend, and most of them are gone because my
There you
kids
go.
go to town on some cereal.
Right.
That's great.
What are your kids eating?
90-second beer review, guys.
This is the 90-second beer review. 90 seconds, guys. Okay, let's go ahead and finish this up.
Yeah. So for this beer, I'm going to give this a 6.1. I like it. It's chocolatey. It's peanut buttery. It's not quite saloon door.
I probably shouldn't compare it, but that's fine.
I'm not going to. I was
Go
just
ahead.
going to say, fuck it.
What?
It's not saloon door.
I mean, I'll compare it to Bud
Love
Light.
it.
I'll compare it to Bud Light.
I love it. Okay. James?
But it's good. 6.1. I like it.
It's good. It has good flavor. I mean, it's not horrible. It's probably not something I'm going to purchase again. If I have it, I drink it. If one of my friends offers it to me, I will certainly drink it. It's not horrible beer. It's just not my cup of tea. So I'm going 5.5 on this.
5.5.
Okay. That's not bad.
No, it's not. You know, I didn't really, I think I'm in the same boat as you, John. I don't think I really realized that I like peanut butter chocolate beers.
Yeah, it's weird, right?
It is kind of weird. I never really thought I would like this.
And red ales.
And red ales.
You like beer, Jen.
I'm a big beer drinker. The one thing I'll get back on this one is that I think this was what was a 5.5% alcohol by volume.
Yeah, 5.3.
5.3.
Yeah.
I think if this was probably maybe around a 7 or 8%, maybe get a little more of a pop of the alcohol itself.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm gonna go 7.4 because I really like these things.
Yeah.
But Saloon Door for me, yes, is still number one.
Hey,
so
it's ridiculous AF, so.
it is.
Yeah.
Come on.
And I kind of allude to what you said. You know, I think I like it more because it doesn't pop to me as just a beer. You know, it just tastes good. You
It's
know,
smooth.
It's very smooth. It is very smooth. Once stuff, I guess for me, starts tasting more like a beer, it's just a little too strong for me. Maybe you know what I mean? But I'll give it a solid 3.5 for me. So like I won't buy it, but if it's available, I may drink a half a cup of it or something like that. So
Got it.
Okay.
Perfect.
Hey, shout out to Mark Del Oso, and I may be just butchering the crap out of that, but that is the owner of the brewing, the Galveston Island Brewing Company, former tugboat captain.
Yeah,
Oh,
Mark
nice.
Deloso.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Nice.
So we know a tugboat
our neighbor.
driver, captain.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not really
he's
sure
not a
what
guy.
his-
He's a
not really sure
he
what
works
his-
on a tugboat.
Yeah, he's
I
a
don't
hand.
know what he does.
He's a hand. I think he's a hand.
Yeah, he's probably 2 hands. I don't know.
Who?
Probably 2 hands.
Christian.
No, he's. I mean, went to college for. I would say you're more than just a hand.
yeah, definitely.
Okay, he's the number 1 hand. I don't know. I don't know what the different positions
I
are. What
don't
I'm
either.
saying is he's not
No,
the
he-
captain, but he's probably going to be there soon because you're right. He did.
Yeah,
he
it's,
did
I
go
mean,
to college for it.
ultimately, he's going to be a captain of his own boat or own ship. So
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
probably
mean,
the goal.
that's
He's
Yeah,
not a
he's-
green hand. Not a green hand,
Yeah,
obviously.
you got to start
Nah, you like
somewhere. But
purple
anytime
or-
you work on a
Right.
ship or a boat, you're going to work yourself from the bottom up, right? You're never
Sure.
you're going to walk in and go, "I'm steering the ship today."
Hey, I like to start with the
So-
bottom.
Yeah, right, right, and work myself up.
Whoa.
All right, and hey, shout out to the Galveston Island Brewing Company. I think we'll probably try a couple of other beers. I think we've had
Yes.
them,
I don't recall, but
Before?
I'm sure we have. We've tried a lot of beer.
and then we'll do a couple other reviews.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so heck, that wrapped up a quick little 90 second there. That's great, guys. Hey,
We
way to
hit
stay.
that right on the mark. I was like,
Yeah.
I was getting worried that we're going to go over the 90 seconds, but
No,
we
no.
hit it
Yeah.
right on the mark.
Yeah, it was like 87, 88,
Nailed it.
89.
Like usual. So, congrats to you guys. Way to keep it on.
We're getting better, guys. We are getting better.
getting-
And that's
Very good.
peace out to the 90-second beer review.
90-second
beer
so great.
That's nice.
When y'all do that.
Well done, guys. Well done, gentlemen.
Perfect.
All right, we're going to get into the closing out segment of this podcast, which is the barbecue win, barbecue fail, and just all around just closing remarks or statements that we might have. But I know we got a couple of barbecue wins to talk about today, which is really exciting because I know Jan's a favorite of the barbecue wins. I personally like all the barbecue fails.
Yes, I want to hear you screw up. Yeah, I want to know I'm not the only one.
No,
Exactly.
you know, I could do a twofer,
Yes. you
right?
can.
Yeah,
So-
which sucks on me personally because I've been failing a lot lately, and it sucks. I need some wins.
Hey, that means
Yeah.
you're learning.
That's right.
Exactly. So what do we got, John?
Yeah, I'll jump in with the first one that I got. This is from Ron Dimpflmaier, and I'm sure I'm butchering it. I call him Captain Ron. You guys
Captain
probably
Ron.
know him from
Yeah.
social media.
Yeah.
And he is a big green egg ambassador. This dude cooks everything. He's got like every big green egg you can think of. He's got blue big green eggs, which I guess are a thing.
Yeah.
He's got a bunch of them. Anyways, he's really good at it. But anyways, he sent this in. He said he did his first ever competition recently, I guess in the last month or two. And it was called the Fired Up Florida. It was a KCBS kosher barbecue event, which I've never heard of a kosher barbecue
Me neither.
competition.
That's kind of
Okay.
cool, though.
Yeah, it's different, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Does a
So-
rabbi come and like bless or
I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
Okay.
I think they've got like Friar Tuck running around or some shit. I don't know.
nice? Okay,
No. So the team that he was on was named the Hebrew School Dropouts. Which I think
Okay.
is
Nice.
clever.
I like that. Good name.
Yeah. The head of the team was Warren Rockmaker, then Ron Shea Gutleitzer, and Seth
sounds right.
Brands.
exactly.
All those people. Yeah. So the quick shout out to them. It was held in Boca Raton. They were provided two 20-inch
Raton.
Weber kettles and a Weber Smoky Mountain. So that's what they had to cook on. Like 2 kettles and a Weber Smoky Mountain.
Boom. Okay.
So, which is, like, I didn't really think about it till just now, but he's Green Egg Man. So this was probably a little bit, I don't want to say out of
It's
his
a little
wheelhouse,
different.
but he
Well,
probably
yeah,
knows-
but he probably grew
he's
up
probably
cooking on a
comfortable.
Weber.
Yeah.
Right?
He's obviously comfortable with
Yeah.
charcoal.
Yeah.
So it probably wasn't way out of his wheelhouse. So they had to do brisket, beef ribs, chicken thighs, and turkey wings.
Okay.
Chicken thighs and turkey wings. Okay, that's
Right.
odd. Okay.
Yeah, it's different, right?
Yeah.
Which I think is kind of cool. Oh, so Ron was in charge of the turkey wings. He decided to section them. He lollipopped the drum section of the wings, rubbed them to...
I sectioned Manny one time. We have 2 kids now.
That stays in the podcast.
No, she had a C-section afterwards, and she had the kids.
Sweet Jesus. So they rubbed them down, cooked them until 130, removed them, rolled them in sauce, and finished them off at 165. They placed 4th in everything except for the turkey, where he placed 1st. That was good enough for 4th place finish overall. It was a small comp, and it was not without controversy. I guess they were short on judges, so they had some non-certified judges in there at the last minute, which, you know, we're used to non-certified judges, so it doesn't
Right.
sound like that big of a controversy to us.
Sounds like the people to me.
Yeah, it's the people, which they like your turkey.
That's solid. So they cooked the turkey to what?
165.
No. In the beginning.
Thunder.
130. Took it out, sauced it, and threw it on to 165.
Okay, so let it caramelize and everything else. That's solid. That's a solid. And it's a lollipopped drum, basically. Right?
Which is, I think, such a good idea. And actually, if you check this dude out on social media, he's done some videos on lollipopping chicken and whatnot. Which, obviously we know how to do that, but if you don't know, or you don't know what lollipopping is, he's got some videos that he does a really good job. So from what he understands, almost everyone would have been disqualified for not following the foil rules because they weren't familiar with it or whatever, because you're not supposed to garnish in this competition. But he was super happy with how it turned out. So like I said, check him out online. He runs a Facebook group. It's the Big Green Eggers of South Florida. And he's also a member, like I said, of the BGE team. And it's a BGE ambassador.
Boom.
Awesome. Yeah. Congrats to Captain Ron. Dude.
Captain
Love that.
Ron.
Sure.
Yeah, this dude's super active, super nice guy. If you ever have any questions, obviously ask us. But if you want to ask him, if you have a big green egg, he's going to know.
Do you have a handle for him? so the people can know?
He's at CPTN, so Captain CPTN Ron 302. That's on Instagram, but he's also
Same for
active
Twitter
on.
and everything.
Yeah, I
Handle
guess he's
same-
pretty active everywhere.
Okay, nice.
Look him up, Captain Ron.
Wow.
Shout out to you, Ron.
That's great. So that's a barbecue win.
Definitely.
Almost a fail, though, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Like, knowing the rules, right? Going to the cook's meeting. Finding out, hey, there's no garnishing, the tinfoil rule.
Right, yeah. It's totally
Right?
different than what, yeah, obviously he's never done it before, but yeah. It sounds like a lot of people didn't know really what was going on there.
Right.
Small competition. But they figured it out. Yeah, he's kicking ass, taking names.
Not to be confused with the movie Captain Ron,
That's what I always think of.
Yeah.
which is a solid movie.
Who's the, it's
Kurt Russell?
Kurt Russell. Yeah,
Yeah,
Kurt Russell's
Russell.
Captain Ron, man.
Solid.
At one point,
Have
you
you seen
think
that,
like
Alan?
he's like trying to hit on the wife. He's trying to whatever, but he's really not. He's just, he's crazy.
I think we found a movie that Alden has not seen.
Alden needs to
Never
see
seen
this
Captain Ron?
I don't think I've ever seen Captain Ron.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's up there. You got to watch
movie.
it.
You'll watch it. You're like,
Is
I
it
love this
better
movie.
than Kurt Russell and Big Trouble in Little China?
No, I mean, nothing's better than that, but it's 1A, 1B.
But it's good enough to watch.
1A, 1B? Yeah.
Can I watch it on Disney Plus?
Probably not.
I don't think that's a Disney movie.
Netflix.
Okay. All right. Well,
Yeah.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah. Captain Ron.
I'm gonna have to broaden my horizons of movies, I guess you could say, because there's a lot of movies in here that every time I say I haven't seen one, you guys give me those fucking eyes and like, well, you gotta watch this one. You gotta watch. Well, shit, watch the ones I watch sometimes,
Well, you watch the same 5 movies over and over again.
because they're
We've already
great.
seen your movie.
Because they're great.
We're making you branch out. Just like you're branching out to drink different beer and acquiring that taste, we're going to make you branch out and just watch a couple of movies here and there.
Without going down a rabbit hole here,
Fair enough.
Yes.
my son Luke walks out last night and says, Dad, I watched Back to the Future. Have you seen that?
Which son's this?
Luke.
Thank
Like,
God Luke's
Back to the
coming around.
Future.
I was worried about him for a while too, so thank God he's totally coming around. Okay.
You want to watch the second one?
You're like, yeah, I do.
Yeah, we should watch that.
Yeah. Perfect.
And I'm so proud of you.
Fired up.
Yeah. Let's call James over here and we will all watch it together.
Hey,
I told him, I was like,
let's
that's
get her-
James's favorite movie.
let's get her like
I got these movies on DVD.
let's get our vest on, right? And our tennis shoes.
Yes.
Perfect.
I jammed out to Huey Lewis and the News all day today. So,
There you go.
I still don't watch the movies.
What's wrong with you?
Dang it, Alden. You're voted off.
You're this far. We're getting kicked off the podcast. Like your job for this weekend is to watch some freaking movies, man.
Right. Yes. How could? God
Okay.
Dang it.
Okay.
So we have some more wins or fails, or what's going on here?
All right, so the legend continues.
The man.
The man, the myth,
Yes,
the
I
legend
do. I'm still alive. I promise.
continues. And I'm quite frankly, I don't know how this keeps happening.
I don't either, James. I don't know how this keeps happening. I think this makes me. I'm either 5-time or I think I'm 5-time, maybe 6-time. But I think this is a 5-time.
Jan has secured another first place Bloody Mary trophy.
Boom. Soak that in. Let that marinate for a second.
I don't even know how this keeps happening.
It's almost comical.
It must feel good to know you're good at something.
It must feel good. Yeah. Thank you, John. Way to
One of those is not.
way to bring me to an all-time low.
One of those is not suggesting movies. I guess I could say. I don't know.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
Tell us about that, Jan. Tell
yeah,
us about
so
that shit.
Tell us
man.
about the Bloody Mary that
we
you made.
had another Bloody Mary contest. You know, I don't know how many entries we had. Close to 100 teams out there. So I kind of came a little bit not prepared. Only
Go
Again.
figure.
again, but only because I found out that through the cooks meeting that there was no garnishment or ice allowed in your Bloody Mary.
I don't understand that.
What
What do you mean by garnishment? Like you can't have any
nothing?
nothing.
You can't
No
have
celery.
Celery. You can't have
No
lime.
ice.
No olives. You can't have. You can't squeeze a lime and drop it inside. Like you could squeeze lime, right?
It's
in
got to
there,
be just liquid, basically.
liquid only, right? So when I dropped it off, you could chill everything down and put it in the cup,
Right.
and they give it to them. But they didn't. They were worried that the cup itself would frost or condensate, and
Maybe
wouldn't be
I'll
able
tell who.
and they wouldn't be able to write on it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm like, well, find a different method for figuring out
Market your
who's
cups.
getting first. Like, I don't understand what that's even about right now. So I don't know. I just kind of felt like this is BS. And even when I put it down on the table, I was like, here's your half cold
Right.
cup of tomato shit, you know? And I was kind of
Basically what it is, right?
I was kind of an asshole about it. And
Tomato shit.
yeah, she's like the the IBCA judge or whatever. She's like, there's a reason, because we have to be able to mark the cups and the cups when the cups condensate. I was like, okay, yeah, whatever.
This isn't our first competition.
Just get a different method. Like, other people do this already.
Use a different cup.
Yeah.
Don't
This is-
condensate on the outside.
It's so weird, right? So, okay, and I did show up a little bit unprepared. I had some stuff.
What did you forget, Jen?
Well, I didn't have vodka for sure. No vodka. I didn't have some of the normal seasonings I would use. Didn't have any Worcestershire sauce either.
Were you able to supplement with some
Wor-
other kind of
Worcestershire?
alcohol? Or?
Let's back that up. 1 second.
Worcestershire.
Worcester.
Worcestershire.
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 Orchestra.
Worcestershire.
Nobody knows how to pronounce the name.
Worcestershire.
Oh, we didn't. Liam parents.
You know, there's people at home or driving to work. They're like Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
You pronounce it
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire. Yeah. So
Go ahead.
Yeah. I didn't have that. There's a lot of things I didn't have. I did have one lime, or actually 2 limes. I had some seasonings. We were at a barbecue cook-off, and I had
tomato
plenty of
juice.
things to mix and put in there. Right? No vodka, which is really weird. But usually at our cook-offs, we will take sometimes a little sippy sip of the
Little shot of Fireball.
Fireball. That's what I'm
Yeah,
thinking
I heard
of.
Matt kind of came in with the rescue with that one. Okay.
Yeah, I think maybe Matt brought the Fireball.
Yeah,
Right.
correct.
So he had Fireball, was in a cooler, and I remember that we had it. And I was like, so I walked over, opened the thing up, and I started pouring capfuls of Fireball into the glass, and everybody's like, dude, you're so dumb. You're not going to win. Eric was so about it. He was like, he's making his own, and his tastes really good too. And he was like, there's no way you're going to win with that. It's so dumb, blah, blah, blah. A little bit later, he came back. He was like, dude, if you win with that, I'm going to be so freaking pissed. And then that kind of melted down to me walking up, getting that first place trophy.
How'd Eric do?
I don't know. He didn't place.
They call the number, and Jan was like typical
Jan fashion.
Ric Flair, woohoo.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You gotta say it. Say it. How's it go?
Yeah.
Jan can do it.
I can
I
do
can't
it. I can do it. I won't do it. I want to blow the microphone out here.
Right.
But so I'll do it kind of the background. But it was almost like, let's say it's, so let's say the last 4 digits were 0944. I'm sitting here looking at everyone, and I'm like, whoa! That's what I'm talking about, baby! And then, of course,
Everybody's just
Everybody
staring
thought
at
you were-
him in disbelief. Like, there's no way he won.
So I start walking.
Then he starts walking. Like, he's still messing with us.
So the
didn't win.
further you get along,
Yeah.
the more they're realizing, like, this son bitch fucking won.
His asshole.
It wasn't
This
until
motherfucker
he walked up onto
got the
stage and like, well, he's selling this pretty well. He's already up there on stage.
He's really trying to convince us.
That's right. That's right. So, yeah, another notch in the belt, I guess you could say. Not a big deal. I mean, hey, Fireball Bloody Marys. Who wants one?
Luckiest mother humper.
I don't know, really, because I cooked a brisket and I cooked a nice brisket. I've had some issues with it. Steady heat the whole time. It was dry, a dry brisket,
That sucks.
tender. So barbecue fell like in a cook-off. Even when you spend that kind of money on a brisket, the marbling, all that's there already, right? So, I mean, I'm not saying spend a little. We spent a lot of money on a brisket, but with that being said, I mean, I think the method on that brisket, it maybe was a little too small. I think it just rendered too fast. Like the heat may have been a problem. I don't know. There were so many different factors that we ran into that. Even the quality of meat, that meat itself. Sometimes you just get a bad brisket, but super tender. It wasn't like it was whatever. You have to know what kind of meat you're cooking, and then look at the size of it and really cook it appropriately. I think we probably could have made that brisket a little bit better than what it was at the time. I mean, so yeah 17th place.
Right. Y'all were fighting the elements out there a little bit too.
Yeah.
It was a monsoon.
I have a video.
Yeah, go ahead and slide on to Jan's Facebook page. Or maybe we can get that video and we can post it on our social medias to see that video, because, I mean, it was a monsoon. I mean, it came in and, look, there was a lot of teams out there that had, like, nice, huge setups with their campers and their all that stuff like that. Did not have any of that. We had a pop-up tent.
Yep.
And a barbecue pit. That was it.
Yeah, our totals were, what was it, 10th place chicken, 17th place brisket, first place Bloody Marys.
Yeah.
First place Bloody Marys.
Yeah, that's how we did.
Just keep winning.
Word.
So how'd it go with cooking with Aldan out there, man? I'm actually very interested there.
No, it was great. Yeah, he was cool. He hung out with us. He knew people out there already. He went and walked around, hung out with other people. So he was cool.
He reached out and he's like, man, ask these guys if I just want to come out there just to hang out, because he wanted to cook in it, but he wasn't gonna be able to. But he's like, I just want to go out there and hang out, because that's what he likes to do. So, but he
was fun.
He wasn't there to steal recipes or anything. Not that I got all three.
Actually,
them,
I was picking his brain a little bit, and he let some things slip that he shouldn't have probably. Guys, well, I'll save that. It's a little bit of that magic, right, that we use. There were some things he was telling me about. He's been doing a lot of research on that we need to maybe thinking about how we're doing our injections and such. So,
nice.
Just saying.
Nice.
I don't think he realized that, hey, Jan's not just a pretty face. This guy's taking notes, Alan.
That's the damn truth.
Boom. Not just a pretty face, John.
Oh, not just. I thought you said not a pretty face. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry.
Thank you. Jeez,
correction there.
Yeah,
I'll edit that out.
Yeah, perfect.
That's awesome. So it's so funny because he had told us a week prior that he was going to go out there and hang out, and he shows up at what time did he get out there? 8 o'clock in the morning?
No. It was later than that. It was probably
9?
It was right after we turned in the Bloody Marys.
10ish.
10ish.
Very early. Earlier than we thought he was going to be.
Well, he calls me. He was like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Hey." And he didn't say his name, but I automatically know who it is because I know his voice, right? And so he's like, "Hey, so we're looking for y'all. I don't know where y'all are at." And I'm walking up. I'm basically right behind him. And I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, it's weird. He's kind of talking on the phone. He glances around and he sees me and he's like, oh, shit, you're right there. So, yeah, it was cool hanging out with him. So,
yeah, he enjoyed it. Thoroughly, he enjoyed it, dude.
Yep.
He just wanted to be out there amongst the rain and slosh and all that. But
the elements.
Yeah, the elements. Mm-hmm. Yeah, perfect word. Yeah, he wanted to be out there. So,
all right. Hey, barbecue wins. Love that. That's freaking phenomenal. Yeah, thanks to Captain Ron for submitting his. Thanks to Jan for submitting his barbecue win with the Bloody Marys. That's great.
That is solid.
The people listening along, go ahead and continue to keep sending those barbecue wins and barbecue fails to us, and we'll get them on. We're steadily going through them each and every week. So we love them. Keep them up.
Absolutely, yeah. And Five Monkeys, if you want to send us some more sauce to quote-unquote review, we'd love that.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And if you could take like maybe 2 seconds out of your day, which this is that part of the podcast where you're like, hey, click the subscribe buttons, click the like buttons, give us the ratings, the stars, and go ahead and drop a review, especially on iTunes. I mean, that really helps us be a little bit more visible.
And tell your friends.
And tell your friends. Tell your mom. Tell your dad.
Don't tell your mom.
Yeah, no, your mama love this shit.
Yeah, hide your kids, hide your wife. Yeah, right. That's how it starts.
All right. Hey, peace out, guys.
Adios.
Just grab them in the brisket.